Top 10 Disgusting Foods. Caution, this post contains upsetting pictures. Around the globe today, individuals, everything being equal, and ideologies eat the absolute most appalling things you can envision. This is a rundown of the 10 most disturbing things that individuals eat. Considering the least sickening thing is crap-related, on the off chance that you are queasy, you might not have any desire to bruise on. The rundown is, obviously, from my own point of view, which is Western. On the off chance that you are aware of any more regrettable or similarly nauseating nourishments, make certain to make reference to them in the remarks. 0. 10. Copy Luak, poop coffee. There is no skirting the real issue on this one. Copy Luak are espresso beans that originate from civet, a feline estimated mammal, crap. The creatures gorge on just the best the ready berries, and discharge the incompletely processed beans, which are then reaped available to be purchased. Copy Luak is the most costly espresso on the planet, selling for somewhere in the range of $120 and $600 per pound, and is sold chiefly in Japan and United States, yet it is progressively opening up somewhere else. The beans are washed, and given just a light meal in order to not pulverize the intricate flavors that create through the cycle. 9. Ox penis. In Western nations, ox penis is generally dried and sold as canine treats. However, in numerous Oriental countries, they are regularly eaten by people. The penis is commonly cooked by steaming or profound browning, and can likewise be eaten crude. A few Westerners contrast the flavors of certain penises and overcooked squid. 8. Bird spit. He settles being referred to here are created by an assortment of swifts, explicitly cave swifts, who produce the home by spitting a substance intensify that solidifies noticeable all around. The homes are viewed as a delicacy in China and are one of the most costly creature items devoured by people. It is for the most part filled in as a soup, yet can likewise be utilized as a sweet. At the point when joined with water, the hard homes take on a thick surface. This is one that I have eaten myself, out traveling to Hong Kong, and I remembered it for the rundown of top 10 luxury foods. My experience of the home was that it tasted somewhat smelly and had the surface of snot. It is likely the main pudding in my life that I was unable to wrap up. 7. Caterpillar fungus. Caterpillar fungus is a type of parasitic growth that develops on bug hatchlings. The parasite attacks the body of the Thitterodes caterpillars, inevitably murdering and embalming it. The dim earthy-colored to dark fruiting body, or mushroom, rises up out of the ground in spring or late spring, continually becoming out of the brow of the caterpillar. The growth is normally utilized as a Chinese or Tibetan medication, where it is utilized as a sexual enhancer and as a therapy for an assortment of sicknesses, from exhaustion to disease. It is additionally served in soup, as should be obvious in the picture above. 6. Rats. Rodents are shockingly normal food in certain pieces of the world. In North Korea they are eaten on the grounds that there is regularly little else to eat in the towns. They are by and large field rodents instead of the city rodents that the majority of us know about. They are portrayed as being intense and stringy with a taste like chicken. Shock. Recently Reuters had this to state: live rodents are being shipped from focal China, enduring a plague of a revealed 2 billion rodents dislodged by an overflowed lake, toward the south to wind up in cafe dishes, Chinese media announced. 5. Monkey's brains. This is appalling, essentially in view of the high danger of contracting deadly contagious spongiform encephalopathies, for example, variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob ailment and other comparative cerebrum sicknesses. In parts of China, the monkey's mind is eaten crude. While it is doubtlessly a metropolitan legend, a few people guarantee that monkeys' minds are, or were, eaten from the top of a live monkey. Here is a typical portrayal. The monkey's head was upheld by its neck in a section, 2 bits of wood with a crescent gap on each side, with the end goal that when you set up them, they structure a total hover around the creature's neck, permitting the head to be uncovered over the board. The hair around the head is shaven with a shaving razor. A little etch and a sledge is utilized to rapidly etch a hover around the crown, and the top aspect of the skull is eliminated. A teaspoon is utilized to gather up the mind, which is quickly eaten. This must be done before the monkey kicks the bucket. 4. Spiders. These arachnids from Sk in Cambodia are like North American tarantulas. They are reared in gaps in the ground, particularly for eating, and are rotisserie. The surface is depicted as firm, chewy, and some state it tastes like crab. Like tarantulas, these insects can chomp. They were a customary endurance food of the Khmer Rouge. The photo above is a genuine photograph of one of the bugs fit to be eaten. Here is a fairly disastrous depiction by Michael on weird meat. The taste itself isn't solid, it's the crispy, chewy surface that is generally engaging. Ensure you have some paper napkins, as the dark juice from these is oily and it doesn't look great on your goatee. 3b larvae. Honeybee larvae is eaten in China and Japan, where it is called hachinoko. Hachinoko became well known years prior when nation individuals, denied of fish and meats, gone to other untamed life looking for protein. The hatchlings are cooked in soy sauce and sugar and taste somewhat sweet with a brittle surface. Nowadays, it is principally a sentimentality thing at parties. It makes a fantastic passage in the celebrations, and the more established people smile with desire. The genuine assignment of eating hachinoko, nonetheless, isn't almost so energizing. 2. Duck fetus. Ballot is a treated duck egg with an almost evolved incipient organism inside that is bubbled and eaten in the shell. They are viewed as treats of Asia and particularly the Philippines, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Famously accepted to be a sexual enhancer and thought about a high-protein, healthy bite, ballot are generally sold by road merchants around evening time in the locales where they are accessible. They are frequently presented with brew. Michael, from Weird Meat, portrays the experience along these lines. After you pick what kind you need, the merchant gets them steaming hot from the crate and passes you a little stool, salt, and a vinegar onion sauce. You hold the hot egg and flick cautiously however strongly at the head of it with your center finger. It breaks a piece and you tenderly eliminate a little opening from the top, so you can taste the exquisite stock before eliminating the entire shell. I concur that the 18 the very beginning is superior to the more youthful ones. You may go over some little chunkies, however it's typically just eaten right through, in around 3-piece nibbles. You can see plumes, head, wings, and skeleton shaping, yet it's essentially an extra chewy Easter egg. Treated duck eggs are kept warm in the sun and put away in containers to hold warmth. Following 9 days, the eggs are held to a light to uncover the incipient organism inside. Roughly 8 days after the fact the ballot are fit to be cooked, sold, and eaten. 1. Snake blood. And while this is less a food than a medication, however it is sickening to such an extent that it warrants a spot on the rundown. In central Jakarta, a man who considers himself the Cobra Man spends significant time in planning blood and bile for restorative employments. Normally, he removes the head and depletes the blood into a glass of arak. He includes the bile and serves the beverage as a treatment for respiratory infirmities, skin issues, hurts or heartburn. It is likewise said to improve a man's endurance and sexual coexistence. Drinking the blood directly from a snake should likewise be possible as a demonstration of dauntlessness or masculinity. With regards to the blood eaters, I ought to remind everybody that pig's blood is regularly eaten in most European countries as dark pudding or blood frankfurter.